Born in Stirling 2004, I grew up facing hearing loss. Discovered when I was 5. School was a battlefield. Bullied for my hearing aids and my sexuality. But photography became my escape, my voice. Photography class was my closet, where I could express how I saw the world. Using the school equipment, DSLRs, lenses, editing software, I captured moments that reflected both clarity and distortion, mirroring my journey of identity and self-discovery. Beyond photography, the internet became my safe haven. Online, I found communities where I wasn't alone, where I could connect with others who understood my struggles, my identity, and my dreams. It was a safe space where I could be myself without fear, but self-acceptance was an uphill battle, shaped by both personal and external struggles. Ewan was my safe space, my best friend. When he took his life, I lost a part of myself. Only Nick and I remained from our small group. Through grief, photography became a way to hold on to memories further. Every click of the shutter felt like preserving what I could keep in reality. This was my way of healing, turning pain into art.
When I decided it was time for me to come out, I was around 13 or 14, and I had the automatic fear that I wouldn't be accepted among my own friendship and family that I had curated over so many years. Coming out was one of probably the hardest things I ever had to do because I was just scared of being accepted. But coming out as bi, I knew that there was this idea about it just being, you're being greedy, you can't decide what you want. But in coming out, I found my people and I found my groups. And coming out ended up being one of the best decisions I ever made, just for the sheer fact of I found my people. And it is okay to be different. It's okay to be who you are. And there's not an issue with that. But you will have that fear initially. But once you come to terms with yourself, that's all that matters. Nothing else. Everyone else's opinions, they don't matter as long as you're happy within yourself. And that stigma isn't real. You're not greedy. You can be loved for who you are by anybody in any way, shape, or form. And if they don't like that, that's not your problem.
Taylor, a 20-year-old trans woman from Kirkcaldy, now in Dunfermline, has shaped my journey. She was born with spina bifida and hydrocephalus, facing both disability and gender identity struggles, but she refuses to be defined by others. Her story is about resilience, self-acceptance, and finding strength in the community. Her journey hasn't been easy. From medical challenges to societal discrimination, Taylor has faced it all. Yet she embraced her truth every day, challenging the world's perception of who she should be. At Cat House Rock Club, Taylor found a place to herself, free from judgment. This space gave her the confidence to embrace her identity and stand up for her rights. Watching her live unapologetically has been inspiring. It's not just a club, it's a home for those searching for belonging. Dougie Morgan, a veteran and LGBT advocate. Discovering Dougie Morgan's impact through his husband Graham within the LGBT community has profoundly shaped my perspective, showing me the power of advocacy, resilience, and love. With 38 years in the British Army, he has dedicated himself to supporting the LGBT community and advocating for visibility and equality. His work reminds us that the fight for dignity spans generations. Despite progress, political decisions still shaped the reality for people like Taylor. Policies on trans healthcare, disability rights, and LGBT protections impact lives daily. These struggles aren't just personal, they're systematic. Rights can be given, but they also can be taken away. We must keep fighting. Dougie's husband, Graham, was the only openly gay older man in my town when I was growing up. Not only was he the source of comfort and wisdom, but he also was my barber throughout my young adult life. In his barber chair, I found a space of acceptance where he taught me, without even realising it, that it is okay to embrace my sexuality and be unapologetically myself. I picked up on his open, feminine and bubbly personality, which helped me understand that there was nothing wrong with expressing who I truly am. His presence and guidance shaped the person I am today. Dougie and Graham have been together since 2010 and married since 2016. They now live in Alloa, and their love is not just political. Solidified in Glasgow, where their marriage was officially recognised by the government. Their safe space was their marriage registry office in Glasgow, a place where their love was legally affirmed and acknowledged. Their story is a testament to the importance of visibility, acceptance, and the right to love freely. Born in Somerset, England in 2004, Dorian Macaulay, known in the drag world as Lucretia Limes, spent their early years in a town before a significant shift at the age of 11. Moving to Orkney was a change that proved to be for the better. The transition from an urban environment to a rural one brought a beauty and a sense of tranquility that was hard to match. However, being queer and trans in such a place came with challenges. A conservative mindset, deeply rooted in some communities, often cast a shadow over the younger generations.
This is insane. As a little queer boy that grew up in a tiny town in North Wales, watching films like Home Alone and Spider-Man, being in New York City and getting to have my own window at Saks Fifth Avenue is absolutely insane. Like, mind-blowing. I mean, half of the stuff we've done this week, being in top of the Empire State on the 103rd floor, ringing the bell at the bloody NASDAQ. I mean, it's mental. I feel like I'm going to wake up one day, but this... said, well, do you want to be a woman because you're wearing a dress? And he said, well, you're wearing trousers. Does that mean you want to be a man? And they just went... It's like, hello? It's not rocket science here, it's clothes.
Making acceptance a rare commodity. Despite this, Lucretia found like-minded souls at school. At 13, Though they were viewed as an outcast, dismissed as peculiar by peers, they came out to their parents, acknowledging their queerness and their realization that they were not cisgender, a struggle that persists.
Plus community in Scotland feel really let down and frustrated. No new human rights bill, minimal progress on the non-binary action plan, gender recognition reform blocked at Westminster, slow progress on the misogyny bill, and now it looks like the law to end conversion practices has stalled in this Parliament. And this inaction sits against a backdrop of rising prejudice, particularly against trans people, both in our society and in this building. And for me, the recent debates have marked an absolute low point in the 25-year history of this Parliament. So can I urge the Cabinet Secretary to listen to this community, to give them the support they need to live their lives with dignity and respect? And will she ensure that progress is made to end conversion practices by March 2026?
While their family embraced their sexuality, the concept of gender as a fluid construct became more difficult for them to understand. The decision to change their name was particularly challenging for their parents to accept. Yet over time, they have made an effort to support and comprehend Lucretia's journey. In 2022, a transformative summer working on an art project at Jupiter Artland, a place filled with cherished memories, they moved to Ayr for university. It was there that Lucretia made their drag debut at Glasgow's 13th Note. Seizing a last-minute opportunity to perform at Infectious, the thrill of stepping onto stage in full drag, an art form that had dabbled since lockdown of 2021, was exhilarating. From that night onward, drag became a growing passion, a creative outlet that allowed them to meet fellow artists, expand their network, and cultivate deep friendships. 2 major shows in Orkney further solidified their love for the craft. Drag remained a central part of Lucretia's life, particularly in 2024 when they found a welcoming community at shows in Glasgow, but as the years unfolded, personal experiences shifted their perspective. The places they once viewed as safe became tainted, and the evolving drag scene no longer felt like a home. The disillusionment led to a step back from Glasgow's circuit, no longer frequenting shows due to the sense of detachment from how the scene had changed, yet even in stepping away, holds dear to the relationships formed during their time in the scene. Being seen and valued by fellow drag performers remains an essential source for affirmation. Beyond drag, their truest safe place is among their closest friends, kindred spirits who share their struggles and triumphs, creating a sanctuary whenever they gather. In the end, it is not a stage, a city, or a venue that defines safety, but the unwavering bond of those who understand and uplift one another.